How to Train Your Useless Dragon by Mika Crispy on AO3. Chapter 23. How to Talk to Your Friend. As soon as the other dragons and Vikings left the woods, Ochako turned back into her dragon form. Ochako, no, it's dangerous. Someone might see you. Izuku pleaded, and his friend just looked at him like she's thinking to him, but can't hear because he's in human form. Ochako! Izuku whines, but the pink and silver dragon just gives her back to him and trails back deeper into the woods. Can you stop? We can't wander off. Ochako doesn't even look back. Izuku shakes his head, annoyed, and runs to stand in front of her. Stop! He yells, and then completes with a sad face. Talk to me. She turns her head away with a hurt expression. I can't believe you're being like that, he complains. I should be the one who's angry. That makes Ochako turn her head back to him and glare. Izuku may not be able to hear her thoughts, but the feeling behind them were pretty clear. Yeah, I should. You shouldn't have come, Ochako. I'd go back once I was ready. Mina and I had everything under control. Izuku yells at her, and the dragon pushes her head on his chest, making Izuku fall on the floor. Hey! Ochako passes over him and trolleys away. Finally having enough of this one-sided conversation, Izuku turns into a dragon and follows her. Ochako's thoughts are louder than Kachan's talking to his mother. Don't be so stupid! Making friends with humans? Flying away? Making us worried? I should knot your tail into a tree to make you stay put back on the island. Anger and frustration. Izuku rushes after his friend and bites her tail like he always did, playfully. But this time he has his teeth out. His fangs sink into the pink dragon's tail, and he pushes her back. Ouch! Ochako cries, and turns to face him, snarling. Izuku growls back, showing his teeth, and the pink dragon is instantly taken back. She sits down on her hind legs and looks at Izuku. You got your teeth? Yeah. Izuku sits down in front of her. And you saw that I could use my quirk now. Ochako glares. With that human on your back controlling you. Kachan doesn't control me. Izuku protests. He helps me a lot, and I can control my quirk with or without him riding me. We were just playing around. The pink and silver dragon tilts her small head, analyzing Izuku before thinking. You care a lot about him. I do. Izuku agrees. And he cares about me. Can humans care about anything? Ochako snickers. They care a lot about a lot of things, Ochako. Izuku reprimands her. They care about you too, if you just let them. Actually, they probably already care about you just because they know I care about you. As if. Ochako turns her head, pain clear in her thoughts. If you cared, you wouldn't have hid things from me. His friend's pain makes Izuku feel hurt too. I'm sorry. I didn't think about hiding things from you. I just thought about protecting this new part of my life. And I didn't want to put you in a position to lie to the elders. And you should have known I care about you more than I care about the elders' ruling. You've been my best friend since we were hatchling, Izuku. I'm always going to pick your side. Ochako cries, and Izuku feels the urge to close the distance between them and scent his friend. You're right. I'm sorry, Izuku says, softly, rubbing his neck against Ochako's. I should have told you. Now I'm involved so much more dragons in my mess, and I don't know how to fix it. It doesn't take long before Ochako is thoroughly scenting Izuku as well. Her strong emotions of love, care, worry, and pain come in waves without any coherent thought attached. Feeling safe with his friend, Izuku starts leaking his feelings as well. Fear, anxiety, happiness, love. They're both a messes of emotion, and they can understand each other. Izuku understands that Ochako was hurt by his actions, but she still has Izuku at her heart, as her best friend, and she was deeply worried about him. and Ochako understands that Izuku has a special bond with the humans, and that he's very fearful of bad things happening to the humans and the dragons. The pink and silver dragon forcefully touches Izuku's head with her own and closes her eyes. It's gonna be alright. I'm here now, and I'll make sure things work out. I won't let Shoto or Tenya hurt your humans. I'll fight all the elders if I have to. The rulings are outdated anyways. The whispers that humans aren't so bad as we are told run through the archipelago. I'm sure lots of dragons will be excited to find out humans can love us, as the screaming boy loves you. Thanks, Ochako, Izuku answers. I didn't want to make such a mess. Feelings are messy, she says matter-of-factly. But running away from them never did the dragons any good. How many of us were hurt by that? You showing your heart in every thought is what always inspired me, Izuku. They lay on the dead leaves of the wood's grounds, shaked around each other. Ochako's dragon body is bigger than Izuku's, and she snuggles him lovingly. Now, tell me about what you've been doing, she asked. Izuku looks mischievously at her and thinks quietly, I've been reading books. Izuku! Ochako exclaims, her eyes going huge with surprise. She looks around, checking to be sure that no one's around them before thinking quietly too. What are books? Izuku and Ochako spent hours laying together and trading stories about the time Izuku has been here with the humans. The pink and silver dragon learns everything about Kacchan and the other Vikings. She's excited to know more about the market, know the people, taste the honey bread. And the dream dragon gets updated on how his mother is faring, how they trick the elders to slip away and look for Izuku, which other dragons know Izuku's missing. Izuku feels guilty about making his mother worry so much, but he knows she'd understand if she saw how happy and strong he was. He has never felt stronger in his whole life. Izuku feels like if the elders actually came for the village, he could fight them off and protect everyone. Maybe it's a silly thought. Objectively, he knows he isn't one of the strongest dragons, but his heart feels like he can tackle anything right now. He has his friends by his side, he has Kacchan, and he controls his powers. Izuku can face the whole world like this. If you do that again, I'm gonna kill you and transform you into a damn handbag. Then, I'm gonna give the handbag to a weird lady that has too many cats so she can use you to carry her cats around town, and the cats are gonna piss in you. Katsuki's brocculous voice is heard through the woods, taking Izuku and Ochako out of their little bubble. Izuku jumps instantly after hearing Katsuki's words, and runs towards the Viking. The other dragon follows closely behind. Forgetting he should transform into a human to talk to Kacchan, Izuku starts thinking while crawling towards the village. Kacchan, what are you doing here? Did you leave Shoto behind? Oh, no, there he is. Hi, Shoto. Did you guys have fun? What did... Deku? Kacchan barks at him when he sees the green dragon. Where the fuck were you? We left you near the border. Izuku bumps his head on the Viking's chest. I'm sorry, Kacchan. We thought it'd be safer to hide deeper in the woods. You're right. Being further from the village is safer if you're going to be staying in this form. Kacchan answers, as if he had heard Izuku's thoughts perfectly. Did Roundface there give you trouble? Katsuki looks at Ochako skeptically, but Izuku shakes his head. Good, because this one is an asshole, Kacchan says, indicating Shoto with his head. Izuku gives him a judging look, and thinks, please don't tell me you're antagonizing with the dragon who can decide if the humans live or die, Kacchan. He is. It's not my fault, Kacchan argues. Anyways, I brought you food. But you all better be my size again, or else there won't be enough to fill your huge bellies. Hey, we don't have huge bellies, Ochako protests. Izuku just rolls his eyes and transforms back into human. What did you bring, Kacchan? He asks excitedly. Ochako turns back into her human form, and they all sit down around Katsuki's bag, from where the Viking starts taking the food out. These are pies, breads, some salted meat, apples. Bakugo grumbles each item as he takes it off the bag. You brought so much, thanks, Kachan. Izuku smiles at him, and Katsuki gives him a tiny half-smile back. I have discovered that I like pies. I wanted to make them back in the archipelago. Shoto tells the other dragons. They're certainly good, but not easy at all. Have you learned how to make them, Shoto? Izuku asks, frowning his eyebrows. What are pies? Ochako asks, fighting with her tongue. Katsuki shoves a piece of chicken pie on her face. A round face like you should be eating them by the dozen. Ochako tries to snarl at him, but fails as her mouth is too full. Katsuki smiles, teasingly. It seems like a very complicated process, but that can be factual with the right elements. The pie maker was open to debating his process and introducing me to the suppliers. I believe the addition of pies to dragons' nutrition could improve greatly by our society as a whole. Izuku nods in agreement and asks, I see. Have you tried the honey bread? I haven't yet, but we bought some. I tried the magic fish, though. Shoto says, deadpan. Magic fish? Yes, it is a fish that isn't a fish. The most unexpected thing, but quite delicious. Izuku looks at Kachan, confused, and the Viking just shakes his head. It's nothing like that. I can show you later, just eat. During their early dinner, Shoto and Izuku exchange expressions about the human food, and Ochako tries everything, amazed. Katsuki puts up with her rambling for quite a while before declaring that they have no idea what real food is like, and that they need to try his mother's spicy stew before deciding which recipes they will try to replicate back in the archipelago. Though he didn't say with such nice words. After eating, Ochako needed to turn back into human. It's still very hard for her to keep the human form. Shoto also decides to take a break from his magic and shift back, leaving Izuku and Katsuki talking on their own, while the dragons walked around to spread their legs and wings. Izuku scooches over to sit closer to Katsuki. Hey. The dragon greets him softly, as if they just met each other. Hey, thanks for not killing Shoto, Izuku says. Katsuki chuckles and shakes his head. Yeah, the fucker tried to make me several times. Talking shit about destroying the village. I'm not gonna let that happen, Izuku says, seriously. We're not gonna let that happen, Katsuki says, just as seriously, looking inside Izuku's eyes. We're fucking team, aren't we? Izuku smiles to the human. Yes, yes we are. We aren't going to let anything bad happen to our friends. Bakugo nudges Izuku's arm with his shoulder. That's a fucking spirit. Do you know how the others are doing? I saw Glasses dragging Kirishima up and down, talking about lustering scales? Zero was still freaking out, so Mina was taking him to play with the baby sheep to see if something cute would calm him down. Katsuki says, rolling his eyes. And Kaminari and Hitoshi? I just saw them walking around the village talking. Kachan shrugs. Everyone is fine. You're the one I'm worried about. Are you going to sleep here in the woods? The sun's already going down. It's going to be dark as fuck. Izuku smiles. I'm a dragon, Kachan. I can see in the dark better than most humans. Ochako and I will be alright. You can take Todoroki back to your home. Katsuki huffs. I don't want to take shitty half and half to our bedroom. It's too big. If he shifts back, he'll break the damn roof. You mean break it even more? Izuku teases. I meant break enough that the old hag won't be able to ignore there's a fucking dragon sleeping in the attic, Katsuki says, deadpanned. Bro, Izuku, are you there? Katsuki's voice sounds through the woods. We're here, Izuku answers, getting up to look for his friend. Don't fucking yell, shitty hair. My dear friends, we have returned to debate our sleeping arrangements. Tenya's voice reaches them. And we brought marshmallows! Kaminari yells after them. Soon enough, they are surrounded by every one of their friends. Kirishima, Tenya, Kaminari, Hitoshi, Mina, and Sero. Ochako and Shoto came back to them when they hear the commotion. The fuck are y'all doing here? Katsuki crosses his arm. Bro, well, it'll be weird to show up with more people in our place. Kirishima starts explaining. And we also wanted to know how everyone is faring. Tenya continues. That's why we decided to camp night all together. Kaminari finishes excitedly. We brought everything we need. Marshmallows and ghost stories. And tents. We brought the tents, sleeping bag, and things to start a fire. Kirishima completes. And Zero threw up about 5 times already. His mother said she doesn't want him inside the house. Mina says, patting the boys on the back. Zero does look quite sick. His face had taken a green hue. What happened to him? He wasn't that bad before, Izuku asked, furrowing his eyebrows in worry. He went to see the baby sheep, and then he remembered dragons eat sheep, and freaked out again. Mina explains, apologetically. Katsuki huffs, takes a few big steps towards Zero, and slaps the other boy in the back of his head harshly. Stop being a fucking moron! We eat sheep too, asshat! The dark-haired boy looks appalled to Bakugou, and then his face morphs into several different emotions. Disbelief, sadness, anger, nausea, and he turns to throw up again. Gachan! He's in shock! Izuku berates him. Yeah, dude, not cool. Even worse since we haven't discovered if sheeps are magic yet. Kaminari says, angrily crossing his arms. It's alright, dear. Better out than in. Mina pats Sarah's back with concern. So we can't eat sheep? Hitoshi asks. Pies, these pie of sheep, Ochako says to Hitoshi, offering the rest of their dinner. Everyone silence! The human is trying to talk, Tenya says, noticing Sero's weak attempts of drawing everyone's attention. Thanks, dude. Dragon dude? Sero says, confused, to Tenya, then turns to the group and announces solemnly, I'm becoming a vegetarian. At Sero's words, they all start yelling at each other. Everyone talks at the same time, giving their opinions on the matter. That is so manly, bro. Can I get your portions on the meats of the village's feast? You damn idiot, now is not. I support you, Sero. We can go gather mushrooms together. Since when do you know how to gather mushrooms? Last time you gave us stomach aches. You damn idiots. Neither of you can tell apart roses from cabbages. How the fuck are you gonna pick mushrooms? I think if it's going to make him feel better, it's alright. I can get him some fish. Fish doesn't count, right? I'm afraid fish must count as animals, Mina. Sue would feel very hurt if you brought that inquiry to her. Not the pretty ones, I mean. Just, the silver ones that are everywhere. I can hunt this. I'm a great foxer, and I can feed the green human. I've come to my decision, Shoto says quietly, but making everyone shut up instantly. The crickets could be heard in the woods, since no dragon or human dared to even breathe. Regarding the issue about the dragon Izuku, revealing the dragon magic for the human princess Katsuki, and his commissions for putting our society at risk for ways of living in sacred place parts of secretly upheld by the elders. Shoto starts talking, and Izuku feels dread in the pile of his stomach. It's too soon. Izuku hasn't had the chance to show his dragon friends the great things about being friends with humans. After spending a whole day talking to the human leaders and advisors, I, son of Endeavor, youngest elder of the archipelago, have decided that the human Izuku, Mei, Hitoshi, Tenya, and myself will partake in the humans' festival that will take place here in the village in 10 days. What? Kachan yells. Everyone else is stunned. Damn, I'm stunned. He just said that. He just did that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Go back to sleep, my dude. Why are you doing that? Man started running in his sleep. Sorry, my cat started running in his sleep. Oh, and he's back dead asleep. Having a cat. I don't know why this didn't hit my head, but I should have known this. I should have not known. I should have named this motherfucker Shota Aizawa or Shinso Itoshi because the bitch sleeps like there's no tomorrow. Actually, both of them don't really sleep. Well, Hitoshi, there is no does he sleep, does he not sleep? He seems to have insomnia. Most people in the fandom think he has insomnia. So maybe I should have named him Shota or Aizawa since, we do know that he goes around sleeping. So, yeah. Anyways, he sleeps 24/7. 24/7. If he's not sleeping, he's playing. If he's not playing, he's eating. If he's not eating, he's sleeping. Sleeping! Okay, whatever. I love him. I can't even be mad at him. But this was an interesting chapter. We got to see, Shoto's final decision. And it was literally just, yes, festival, we will attend. Which is like, okay, interesting. Interesting. We're getting close to the end. We're getting close to the end. We're 7 chapters away from the end. Nothing could go wrong. Or can it? But yeah, we're getting close to the end. The end is coming near. I can see it in the horizon. I think I already have a fanfic that's gonna take over this one. Was it this one that's gonna take over? Or the other one? Because I know 2 of my series are coming to an end. And one of them happens to be... Yeah, okay, it's this one. This one's the one that ends first. Because it's this one and then at odds and ends. And I didn't know which one ended first. Whether it was at odds and ends or this one. But, okay, it's this one that ends first. And the one that's going to be taking over, I believe, is an angsty one. Yep. Oh, no, it's not an angsty one. It's another BKDK, though. So, yeah. I've been trying to find more Shindeku fanfictions. Specifically series, not just like one-shots and stuff. But they're hard to find. I will say that. I do want to get more, more fanfictions, more different ships and stuff like that. So I think my one-shots are going to tackle those ships that aren't like quote-unquote popular. Like Sararoki, stuff like that. But as I mentioned before along like almost, not every video, but I mentioned it a lot. If you guys have any fanfictions, whether it be a one-shot or a whole ass series, please go ahead and tell me what it is down in the comments. Say like, hey, there's this really cool, or just send like the name and then who it's by. And it's like, I would really love to see you podfic it, and I'll see what I can do, because I do need to ask the authors beforehand. Because I know I have had 2 people, I've had 1 person ask me that recently, and then I've had 2 other people ask me in the past. And the ones from the past, I still haven't gotten an author to, give me the green light. And the one I barely just asked like 2 days ago, I don't know. I'm still waiting. There hasn't been a reply, but it has been 2 days. Sometimes it takes 2 days. Sometimes I be getting ones from 6 months ago like, hey, just now checking the comments. Which is like, yeah, that's fine. I understand. My comments can get buried sometimes. Stuff happens. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Apart from, little thingy that the next series that's going to take over this slot of my YouTube is going to be yet another BKDK fanfic. I think right now we have 2 Shindekus and then a BKDK and then an eraser mic. I want to keep at least, every ship being a bit different, although Shindeku is here twice. And you know what? I'm not going to complain about that. I know a lot of you guys who watch me ship it because it did win in the poll. Like, you guys chose that. But yeah, BKDK is coming up next. It's another BKDK fanfic, and I'm looking forward to this one. It has my favorite thing that is underrated, which is content creator Izuku. I just love content creator Izuku, especially when it's like quirkless content creator Izuku. I love it so much. It fills me with joy. It makes me happy. It makes me happy. But this one's just a content creator Izuku. I might write my own. I will tell you guys, there will be a time when all of a sudden you will start to see that it's going to be like the title of the name and then it's going to be by Echo Rainstorm. It's coming soon. Just know that I'm probably going to write a lot of Eraser Mic and a lot of Shindeku because that's what I like the most. I think the ones that I have planned out, let me just check it out. Those in the Discord, I have been talking a lot about it, specifically in VCs. The Discord, there's been a lot of people just going on to VCs. I'm pretty sure there's a call going on right now as I'm, recording and stuff. Oh no, surprisingly there's not. Normally there's always a call going on. But I know there was one going on when I started recording, so it must have ended. But one of them that there's 4 that I have planned out, sort of. Which is, one is a zombie apocalypse. Another is a very angsty one. Another yet angsty one. And then all of these angsty? Oh my god, they are. And then I have a cute, one that I'm planning that's going to be a very much a crack fic, because I thought that concept was funny and I wanted to touch upon that concept. But yeah, let me see what the ships are. Hold up. Shindeku, Shindeku, Shindeku. Surprise, surprise, Shindeku. All of them are Shindeku. Okay. I might switch it up so that I could switch it up so like some of them aren't Shindeku, because at that point that's getting ridiculous. But yeah, that's all I have to say for now. So as always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.